Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and I'm happy to reveal the new attack that I'm trying out for the March season. It's going to be Queen Charge into Lalo. So this is actually very strong right now, I feel, with the frozen arrow. And it's just that you manage to save an average of around 1 to 2 rages that you normally would doing the Queen Charge. And when you pair it up with your Lalo portion of the attack, it's just no base stands a chance, I swear. Like it's just so simple. So I'm also going to show you guys the clan castle that I use for this one, and of course the army link will be in the description. And as always, I will be explaining my thought process on how you should break down bases with their weaknesses. So yeah, let's just get into the attacks. Here's what I've got on my heroes with the equipment and their pets. You can notice my sieges, I do not have a drill, I have a stone slammer instead of the drill. It acts like a second hound. It is very valuable. I would prefer it over the drill with this one. So yeah, let's just get into the attacks. Alright, first base over here for Queen Charge Lalo, and what have we got over here? A toxic double rage box base. So new attack. How do we handle this kind of base? So for box bases, I usually try to see one thing or the other. I like most of the time, right? Most of the time, I'm not saying this is applicable every single time. I will either queen charge the town hall, or I will queen charge the area away from the town hall. So it's either not directly, like I'm not going to claim directly queen charging the opposite side of the town hall, but I will try to get value with my heroes and my siege machine, usually away from the town hall, and focus my lava loon area for the town hall itself. So it's usually amongst these two options, and I'm just going to tell you how you can identify which one you should probably go for. So in this case, I am going to go for the option where I queen charge the town hall for just one reason. If I can get one wall break over here, right, look at what I'm going to have access to. I'm going to, even without a wall break, I'm going to have access to both of these sweepers, which is huge for me. There will be no resistance for my Lalo if I send it from the bottom over here like that. So just getting one wall break over here is a cherry on top. I will get 2 multi-infernos with the eagle artillery. Like already such a huge amount of threats that are gone for my Lalo, right? So now what we need to also do is understand how we can structure the rest of the attack. In order for me to queen charge the town hall, I'm going to need 2 sides of the funnel, and similar to what I do for bowlers, I can just use the flame flinger over here. So you can see what I started doing. I have started scouting for traps. The barbs have pulled the Teslas, and you can see I'm just using these balloons to get that rage tower early. I fought this base a few times before with super bowlers, and I know that there's no black mines in the area, which is why I can just send like 2 balloons over here and trigger that rage tower early. So you can already see I'm going to be using the flame flinger to funnel on the right side, and the queen is just going to be charging the town hall all by herself, and as usual, king for the funnel on this other side over here. So he's gonna go in, he's gonna get the king. I think he's gonna die out somewhere around over here. I'm not expecting him to get the scatter shot, but yeah, one important thing I will tell you guys in this army is keep an eye on your queen. If you're not going to be able to give her the spells that she needs, just use her ability manually. It is not worth it. Going to auto ability is going to really be bad for you. She can die through her ability. It could lead to a very messy attack. So anyways, you can see over here the frozen arrow. Even as the rage is wearing off, right, just because she targets those buildings, that freeze effect which she gives, it's just so good. It's just so good. So I've used 3 of my rages, and look at this. Like I'm not going to need anything more after this point. And my king has died out right beside the scatter shot. I'm just going to start like 2 loons with the royal champion to share the damage on the multi-archer tower. And look at that. Just look at what's left. The timing as well as what's left. So the queen is getting ready to take out the sweepers over here, and that is when I started my royal champion over here, along with a few balloons to trail behind her over here like this. So notice how, because we only have 1 hound and a fewer and lesser balloons than what we had in Zap Lalo, I'm trying to remain more on the conservative side and focus my warden over here, rather than trying to have a nice spammy wave to cover the entire breadth of the box. So we're just going to take advantage of the fact that our queen is alive and healthy over here, and she will get all the value that we were looking for up over there. We can completely let go of her now. The flame flinger has also pretty much gotten the value that it needed, and yeah, the royal champion will kind of converge into this area as well over here. So one hound, most of her balloons being dropped from over here, and that's all you need. Like, look at that, like everybody is just going to like stick to the score, and it's just so good. There's no way that this base is going to defend. Like, we still have the haste over here, even after this. Royal Champion's ability is only just now gone off, but there's nothing left on the base. It's so silly. just the fact that we were able to get those sweepers as the Lalo was ready to move into the area. This entire area, literally, I'm not even gonna like it was just so simple. So we've still got plenty of balloons left. We've still got our royal champion perfectly healthy, and once again, like an important detail, if you want your queen to survive, just use her ability very early manually. If you notice that her health is getting low, don't wait to use the auto ability. Don't try to use spells on her if it's too late. Just let her go, let her die if she's not going to get too much value more, or if you're too late to give her spells. Save those spells for your lava loon portion instead. And yeah, that's just a recovery tip I guess I can give you. But over here, like, we just abused the fact that the sweepers and multi infernos were easily reachable from behind the town hall. That's all we took advantage of. Easy queen charge. We have 3 freezes, so more than enough for us to get the job done. That's our first triple I guess for this style of attack. We'll move on to the next one. Alright, next base over here, and it's another toxic looking base. It feels like it's got like maxed out scatter shots, and 1 inferno also maxed out already. So again, just go over the weakness on this base, right? We've even got 3 single infernos. It could be tough for the queen charge, but not for our Lalo portion. You may notice the sweepers also pointing downwards over here like this. So how can we take advantage of this fact? Once again, I can tell you, these sweepers are very easily reachable. You just need to notice where you can get your wall breaks in on bases like these. So I can very confidently tell you that this wall over here can be broken, and we're just going to take that as you could say the cornerstone of our entire plan. We just want to make sure that our queen can weave through this compartment, right, and that we can get a wall break on this somehow or the other. That is our only objective. Now, keeping this objective in mind, what do you need to do? We need to somehow funnel out this area. We need to somehow funnel out this area, and we need to ensure that our queen actually has enough resources such that she can reach the core and she can grab those sweepers. And because we're going to do that anyway, we might as well try to make a plan for her to get value over here like this. So good, so good. 2 scatter shots, 2 sweepers, the town hall, perfect. So what can we do over here? You will probably notice that I can just get a simple flame finger over here. It's enough value for me, honestly. Just the fact that these defenses are so spread out over here, it's going to help my Lalo in the end. It's just going to save them a lot of travel time, and it's enough for me. It's like even going to provide a funnel for my queen. I don't always need the most crazy value, just because the queen charge is such a capable tool. You can see again, I have enough barbarians in this army to kind of go ahead and scout for traps. I even have 1 hog as well, you'll probably notice, and that can actually go and help kind of dig deep for many reasons. You can kind of let the hog go to pull for Teslas for your flame flinger. You can use the hog to go ahead and pull the clan castle for you well in advance before your queen walks into an area. And it's just such a good tool. You can even pull now spell towers with the hog, things like the poison towers or skeleton traps or something that you expect in an area like that. It's just such a good tool. Keep 1 hog in any queen charge army. I'm telling you, it's totally worth it. So now you'll probably already notice I've got the queen into this compartment, and look at that frozen arrow value. That inferno never got a chance to completely charge up. And yeah, I've started my king over here. Notice like the wall breaker AI, right? Because there are still buildings over here, the wall break will think that this is a closed wall and it will target it. So you need to be a little more careful of these things, and try to calculate them in your attacks as well. So after this wall gets broken, right, All of these walls over here will be considered open, and the next closed wall will be considered this one over here. So just some small things for you to consider in your attacks. And once again, this frozen arrow, it's just coming in clutch, but you're going to see something very bad happen over here. One more lesson that you can learn from my mistakes: the ricochet cannon will break your wall breakers. Look at that. It never got a chance to go and hit the wall. I was a little late on my freeze, I realized it, but I was a little late on my freeze. So I'm just going to wait for my queen to start targeting the ricochet cannon. Do not wait for the cannon to fall down, otherwise the wall breaker will not target this wall. So perfectly timed, like the cannon went down, and after the cannon went down, the wall breakers started walking in that area. And of course we've got one invis as well. So no clan castle is going to be coming towards us until the town hall is dead. Perfect timing for us. What else could we ask for? This queen is in such a good spot. She's going to be able to grab both the scatter shots, both the sweepers. So as soon as she finishes dealing with that ice golem CC, and the sweepers are going to start going down, you can see like she's approximately about ready to do so. So I'm just following up with my royal champion over here once again after my king has died, and you can see I've started dropping a few balloons as well over here. Don't wait too long. You'll also notice over here I popped my queen ability manually. Don't wait too long. Just as you're sure that she's going to get that value right, start sending it. Just literally start sending it immediately. Don't wait any longer. It's not worth it. Just having the timing is so good. Like literally these guys started approaching in this area as the sweepers and scatter shots were getting ready to go down. But look at what's left, man. Like it's just not enough. We have too many spells for so little of the base. As long as you plan your value correctly, and you make sure that your queen does not go down, that is very important with the frozen arrow. You need to keep a passive eye on her health at all times in your health bar. So just one very important detail that I cannot stress on enough. I have practiced with this for a very long time, and I have noticed that if your queen is getting low, the best option to do, if you cannot make her survive in time, just press her on your ability bar. It's gonna save you. It's gonna save you more often than you would want. Yeah, it's gonna save you very often. I'm just not talking properly right now, don't mind that. But yeah, that's another 3-star for us. We'll move on to the next one. Alright, third base in this video, and very nice interesting spread of defense on this one. It's obviously another anti-2 style base because the town hall is difficult to reach. It is well protected, but it is what it is. It's Legends League, and now we need to figure out a plan with this army to kind of break this base down. So try to understand a few things. You have 4 wall breakers with you. Is it feasible for you to somehow get to the town hall? And if it is, what is the path that you should be taking? So just think on it a little bit, and I can assure you'll find an answer most of the times. Over here I decided that I wanted to queen charge specifically from this area, because if I can get like wall breaks over here, right? And I'm saying this because this inferno, right, just because that inferno is over there, my wall breakers will think that this is a closed compartment, and my wall breakers can target this compartment literally anywhere. So I'm hoping to get a wall breaker on this corner over here, and then one more over here, because this scatter shot area is going to be considered another closed compartment. So if I can just do that, right, and if I can get my queen over here somewhere, I will get 2 multi-infernos. I will even get 1 rage tower with the town hall. Like, this is the value that I'm aiming for with my queen. This is just all I want from my queen, honestly. So now once again, after I have identified that I can do this with 4 wall breakers, I have enough resources to push the queen this deep. Like literally it's just from this corner until this point. If you notice it, it's not very heavy. The rage tower will activate after our defenses in front go down, so it is not too much of damage. Literally we literally charged into like 4 X-bows with the rage tower, and that was also no problem. 4 X-bows and a town hall all raged up, no problem for us still. So this is obviously very feasible. We just need to figure out some way to have our queen funneled into there. So let's just do one thing. We'll just start with the queen at the bottom. You can already probably notice that it is not possible for me to use the flame flinger as a funnel on this one. If I use the flame flinger to kind of help funnel this area, I'm only going to get the multi-archer tower. Similarly, on this side, I'm only going to get the eagle. It's not enough value for me, and my queen is going to be charging this area anyway. So it's not worth it. The flame flinger is just not possible in this base. This is when, like you can already see, I've switched to the flame flinger for now at the bottom, just to see in case the queen walks into a position where she ends up tanking this ground X-bow, and I can deploy the flame flinger, hopefully to get more value than I can get normally. So I'm just being kind of patient over here, but I realized, like, okay, maybe what I should do is I should just like start my king over here. I've already realized it. So I've given him one wall breaker, and him just clearing this entire area out is going to be helpful for me. It's going to ensure that my queen starts walking towards the left over here. And yeah, I've even popped his ability very early, just so that he gets rid of the storages, and my queen is without a doubt going to start moving towards the left now. And you can see, as I was saying, that intersection is targeted by a wall breaker. One more wall breaker is going to target that scatter shot, and I cannot stress this enough with your wall breaks. Make sure that you deploy your wall breaker before the building in that area goes down. So if the scatter shot was not standing right now, this wall breaker would not have targeted this corner over here. So get those wall breakers in before those buildings go down. And you can see what I'm doing once again over here. Because as my queen is now charging a little bit deeper into the core, I'm trying to help make sure that this side of the funnel is also getting set. A few balloons, my royal champion, just to make sure that that multi-archer tower is not too much of trouble. And yeah, that's all we're going to give our queen. She is going to go a little bit more towards the core over here, and now it's time to start the multitasking. So just have a small look at your queen. Zoom out like this, the exact same way that I have during your live attacks. Just zoom out once, see if your queen needs help. Maybe you can drop a rage and invis on her and just let her handle the town hall, and just get started with the Lalo. The royal champion should easily coincide with your Lalo deployment starting position if you do it correctly like this. Like you can see, like those guys will just coincide with each other, and yeah, just start your Lalo. There's no other place for them to start for except from literally like over here. I've just popped the warden ability for the headhunters. I literally don't really care about doing it at the right time, because, well, you probably noticed it in my siege bar. I switched to my stone slammer, and I'm literally using a rage for the air defense at the top over here. I can already tell this is just so crushed. I still have my royal champion with her ability because I protected those headhunters in the warden ability, and most importantly, I gave my queen the resources she needed. Look at this frozen arrow value once again. She's taken out the entire core, and that stone slammer for the ending where the balloons will fall weak. All in all, just super duper crushed. Multi-archer tower, multi-inferno tower, like those guys will do nothing against the stone slammer. And especially with the Diggy and the royal champion having the spirit fox and the Diggy, like that combination is just too good. Man, I'm stuttering a lot today, but I think you guys are still getting the gist. So yeah, once again, just identify the crux of this is basically to identify the value that your queen should go for, and whether it's feasible in terms of the spells you have and the wall breakers you have. Only these two things you need to consider. And after you do that, you just need to identify, okay, what's the path that my Lalo will have after you've gotten that value, right? Like over here the queen got this much, so I just expanded upon it a little bit with the help of my king, my royal champion, and this was the path that was left for the Lalo over here. And we ensured that our heroes actually took out a lot of the major concerns of the Lalo. So yeah, all in all, our Lalo literally just handled this much, majority of which were with the enemy heroes, which we easily handled with those headhunters and the warden ability. And our stone slammer can easily just help for this last bit over here. Once again, keep your queen alive as much as possible. Practice this in friendly challenges. You will get the hang of keeping your queen alive. It's not too difficult. Just keep a passive eye on her. It should be perfectly fine. So yeah, that's another triple for us. We'll move on to one last attack for you guys in this video and call it a wrap. Okay, I thought I'd finish this with a diamond base because I've been showing a lot of box or anti-slew style bases over here, and I just want you guys to notice another principle of Queen Charge Lalo, where I try to ensure that one way or the other, my Lalo is never ever going against any sweepers in this attack. So that is either my queen that is taking the sweepers out, or in this case, I'm going to show you guys an example of just having your Lalo go behind your sweepers. So once again, let's try to break the base down. I've already given you a hint that I'm going to be using the Lalo for the area behind the town hall. Over here you can see, like, I'm not going to queen charge the area, the town hall area, just because the walls are completely like open over here. It's going to be difficult to get some good wall breaker pathing, and it's just very resource intensive to push this town hall with my heroes. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to be pushing with my heroes on the opposite side of the base, which is also perfectly fine. So the first thing I noticed is, I'm just telling you how I structured the attack in my head. The very first thing I noticed is that I can get this scatter shot with a flame flinger. I just need to place it over here. That is all I need to do. And honestly, I can probably even get the enemy queen down with some flame damage. So that should work well in our favor. And this is just one area I don't have to worry about anymore with either my queen or my Lalo, so as to speak. So then I was thinking, why don't I just follow up after that, you know, like I can just have my queen come in from over here and hopefully push her into this multi-inferno with a wall break like that. And that's pretty good value for me. And in order to funnel her, what if I just use my king over here so that she just literally stays in that compartment and she is able to handle it all on her own. So now this is just the beginning of the plan. I'm not going to wait too much longer. I'm going to play the replay for you guys and we can talk over it while it's happening. So I can tell you how it is that I decided to react to certain things happening as they were happening. And yeah, I'll just speed it up, starting a little bit over here. You can see I've started the queen charge. I'm testing for traps for the flame flinger and I've just immediately deployed it. So yeah, the king comes in at the bottom, so that will ensure that the queen stays in this vicinity. And because the queen is clearing this area, right, that will anyways push the king to the left side. So these are just some small tips that will help your heroes funnel each other into the direction that you want them to go to. And yeah, over here we're just going to rage because that frozen arrow is not going to get the value that we want until a little bit later, but it should still be fine. You'll notice I do this thing very often where I drop a balloon or two just to help share the damage, and that reduces a lot of damage off of my own king, and it even allowed me to get this wall breaker in over here, no problems at all. The multi-archer tower did not target my wall breaker even a single time. And look at this funnel that's being set. My king has died a little bit earlier than I would have liked him to, but just look at the funnel that's being set. The queen will walk into the same multi-inferno that we wanted her to. And yeah, once again I'm following up the royal champion behind the king because that is he is giving me tank value by literally being in phoenix mode in this area. So I'm just going to get this entire area down. I'm going to give her a few spells just to help her out a little bit. It's completely worth it. But yeah, you'll also notice while I was talking about this, I popped my queen manually. Very important detail. I realized I could not give her the resources I needed in time, and I just went ahead and used her ability. So this is a little I'm gonna say this was not really needed, but I guess I got a little lucky. Like, I didn't really need that monolith down, but yeah, both my queen and my royal champion I believe are going to go down over here. Sadly, multi-inferno, we could not get it. And yeah, all we have to do is now just Lalo behind the town hall. I'm literally just spamming every last balloon I have over here. Try to get coverage on all the defenses at the same time so that we can just easily get that balloon push into the town hall area. And yeah, one rage for a town hall, that's it. That's all you need. It may be difficult pathing for our heroes, but with that one hound protecting you over here, literally just spam the rest of your loons covering most of the defenses so that they can all converge on the town hall super duper easily. And look at that. What's gonna stop you? Nothing's gonna stop you. We even have those yetis still alive over there. These balloons will grab as much as they can. We still even had a baby dragon, and this should go down no problem. It looks very close, but it was a tough base. Sometimes it does get this close, but trust me, we still have a lot of resources left on the board. 2 yetis and that baby dragon, it's more than enough to damage up that multi-inferno and get it all the way down for a 3-star for us. So just, I guess, one small mistake I made in this attack is I waited too long before I started my Lalo. As soon as I realized that my queen, probably as soon as I pop my queen ability over here, right, that's honestly when I should have started my Lalo over here. The optimal timing to start the Lalo is when the town hall is probably not yet awoken, so probably around the 40% mark, right? Around the 40% mark, that's when you can start your Lalo over here. And as your heroes and your sieges are getting more and more value, your Lalo will come closer to the town hall, and you don't have to use your spells or your warden ability way too early. That can just make your loons get like way too much value, and you can easily keep crushing bases. But once again, I am still a beginner to this attack. This is the attack that I have chosen for the March season. If you guys did enjoy this, feel free to give me feedback or any tips on how I can improve my own QC Lalo. I plan on giving more in-depth tips as I get better at this attack. So yeah, stay tuned for those, and that's about it. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.